We're going to start, much like we did with the Greeks, with the Orientalizing period, a period of time where we're seeing some of that Near Eastern influence. And again, that Near Eastern influence is coming from the Phoenicians, from the Greeks, from a couple of different groups that the Etruscans are probably trading with. At the time, the Etruscans are mining iron, copper, and silver, and this helps to create very prosperous cities through trade. They quickly develop a taste for luxury goods, inspired by Eastern motifs from various objects that they will import. And we'll find these goods generally in homes and in graves. We're starting with the Fibula with Orientalizing Lions. And what we're seeing here is basically a pin. Imagine you're wearing a toga. If you've already been through college or you've been through college parties, just think about the toga you wore at some point. And what this does is it pins up the toga, usually on the upper left-hand corner, sort of over your chest, and it pins up that loose piece of material when you wrap yourself in a toga. And this is an Italian tradition, one the Romans will continue with. The lion motif and the production techniques are derived from the ancient Near East. And the combination of techniques we see working from the back called repousse, and then we see granulation. Granulation is where we have tiny little beads, gold beads in this case, that are fused onto the surface. So it's an interesting combination. The quality exceeds any of its predecessors, and this piece is found in a grave. Someone's being buried with it. And we know that they must have surplus because you don't generally bury people with things that you need. When you look at the lions are an obvious call out to the ancient Near East. It's something that they're taking probably through the Greeks. So we're seeing this trade sort of moving through the area. And here we see a close-up of that, so you can see those little beads of gold. All of the line work, that's all wire. And then the lions themselves are hammered out from the back, and then some of the detail is done with wire. So it's a very complex piece and something that would have taken a great deal of specialization. And keep in mind the time period. What we're looking at is something around 650, 640. This is well before the Greek classical period, and yet they have the time to have a jeweler who is so specialized that he's capable of creating this.